this is Dr. Peter Swans with Vital Force Naturopathy. Today we're going to talk about wet warming socks. This is a fantastic application that you can do at home for yourself or your family. It's great for upper respiratory infections, sinus pressure, allergies, anything in the throat, sore throat, strep throat, ear infections, ear pressure, also chest congestion. It helps facilitate drainage. It's really simple to do and everyone should give it a try. The first thing you need are some small cotton socks. I really like the small cotton tennis socks, as close to 100% cotton as you can get, and then you need a nice thick pair of wool socks, as close to 100% wool as you can get. The first step is to take your cotton socks and get them wet, cold, and damp. Now we don't want them to be dripping wet. We want to make sure they're saturated and then squeeze out as much of the excess water as you can. You don't want them dripping wet when you put them on your feet. You just want them really nice and damp throughout. What we're going to do is create a cool contrast on our body. So we're going to put these damp socks on our feet at night before we go to bed. We're going to cover them with the wool socks. What happens is, because the wool won't let this water evaporate effectively, our body will reflexively increase circulation down through our legs at night. When we're sleeping, we're on our back at night, there's not a lot of drainage. That's why so often when we have sinus things going on, our throats, we wake up, we feel worse in the mornings because we're laying there and everything's really stagnant. This is a way to help counter that and support our body's healing. I sometimes, to create a little extra contrast, will even throw my socks in the freezer, get them cold for a good 3 to 4 minutes before I put them on. One thing that's important though, if you tend to have really cold feet, you want to warm your feet up before you put the socks on. So you could do this by soaking your feet in a warm foot bath. You could massage them really well. You could even get something like a heating compress, cover the feet, and that'll help warm them. So when you're putting the socks on, they go on your feet, not your hands. You put the wet, damp socks on all the way, and then you want to cover them quickly with the wool socks and pull the wool socks all the way up. And that's it. You want to go to bed. Typically it takes around anywhere from 4 to 6 hours for the socks to dry. You do want them to be completely dry when you wake up in the morning. So you want to leave them on. It's not beneficial to put them on for an hour or two and then take them off. If you're sick and at home from work, this is definitely something you can do in the afternoon while you're resting, taking naps, but you want to make sure you leave them on. A secondary benefit to this procedure is that because we're increasing circulation down through our legs at night, through the extremities, this can also be a great application to use if you twist your ankle, sprain knee, anything where we want to facilitate healing. It's going to help move blood and lymph in the area. I do it anytime I have any lower extremity injuries. I do it anytime I'm getting a sinus infection, dealing with allergies, sore throats, and I recommend it for my kids all the time. So this is a great thing to try at home. The warming wet socks, it's safe, it's effective. I highly recommend that everyone tries it. And it's something to think of, that you can do at home. It's right there, ready, easy to go. So this is Dr. Peter Swans. Thank you for your time. Go home and give the wet socks a try.